What's up guys, Avi this side, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we'll be celebrating our leg day. So we'll be working on your lower body, your quads, hamstring, calves and glutes. For the workout we'll be having 2 circuits in total. The circuit 1 or workout 1 is gonna be the main workout. Inside that circuit we'll be having 4 movements. So we're gonna see the movements later, just discussing the format right now. So the 4 movements have to be done back to back as soon as possible so that you're able to finish your 1 round, and in total of workout 1 or circuit 1 you have to do 4 rounds. After we're done with 4 rounds of circuit 1, we're going to proceed to the second circuit, which is going to be a shorter workout only for 4 minutes. So in that second circuit we'll be having 2 movements in total. 20 seconds is going to be a working time for each of the movement and 10-second break between every 20-second round. We're going to wrap up the second workout in 4 minutes and then head towards the cool down for today's workout. So guys, before we move forward, we're just gonna have a very short discussion on how to do your workout, how to start, middle and how to end the workout. Let's say today is my leg day. I'm starting my workout at 6 p.m. sharp. So when I start at 6 p.m, I'm gonna start with the warm-up and mobility. So I'll spend at least 8 to 9 minutes maximum in the mobility. So I should be done with my warm-up by 6:08 or 6:09 if I start at 6 p.m. sharp. Now in the mobility part, there must be multiple warm-up and mobilities which you can do for the lower body. You can choose around 4 to 5 mobilities. Spend 30 seconds on one mobility and in total do 2 rounds of the mobilities you have chosen. You will be done with your warm-up by 6:09 max. Now after the warm-up and before you start the main workout or your circuit 1, there's a part called skill work which you will be doing for the movements. Now guys, the point of a skill work is to go through the movements before you start doing them in a flow. So let's say if there's some movement in the workout which is new for you or which you have not done many number of times, you're a little uncomfortable in terms of remembering the movement or doing the movement, you're gonna include that movement in the skill work. So in skill work, you're not supposed to tire yourself a lot. The point of a skill work is just to go through the movement once, see how it feels while you're doing the movement, if you want to scale up the movement or if you want to scale down the movement. So you have to do just very few repetition of each movement of the main workout. Okay, so the duration of skill work is gonna be depending on the workout or how many movements are new to you. If every movement in the workout is new to you, you're gonna spend at least 8 minutes and maximum 10 minutes again in your skill work. If the movements are not very new, you can wrap up your skill work within 3 to 5 minutes only. So after the skill work guys, you're going to proceed to the main workout, spend at least 15 to 20 minutes on your circuit 1 or workout 1. Then you will be doing your circuit number 2, wrapping up your entire workout by 6:48 or anywhere from 6:48 to 6:50 so that you're left with ample amount of time for cool down. Basically, you should be finishing off your workout within 60 minutes. Let's check out the skill work. Let's go through the skill work and check out the movements now. Alright guys, let's start the skill work with the first movement, Bulgarian Split Squat. So guys, total repetition are gonna be 12. Amongst the 12 counts, first 5 are gonna be slow or tempo counts, followed by remaining 7 repetition which are gonna be the normal counts. 5 plus 7, 12 counts. So guys, as you can see, for the setup, we'll talk about the common mistakes first. You're gonna place the upper part of your foot on some elevation like that. So the first common mistake which happens is doing the split squat with a very narrow stance. So as you can see, in a very narrow stance, there is no gap between my legs. My front leg's knee is crossing the toe way too much. Now second common mistake guys which happens is if I go for a very wide stance. Now as you can see in the very wide stance, my back leg's knee is falling way behind than the hip. There's a lot of separation between my hip and my knee positioning. So again, if I do this, I end up hyperextending my back. So guys, now I'm gonna correct my form for Bulgarian split squat. I'm gonna step little back. Now for the correct setup, my front leg's knee is gonna be right above the heel, and when I'm gonna lunge down, my back leg's knee is gonna come right under the hip or just slightly behind the hip, as you can see now when I have corrected my movement. So guys, on the way down, I'm gonna inhale, hold, and on the way up, I'm gonna exhale. Now tempo for the first 5 counts is gonna be 4-1-1, meaning you're gonna go down slowly in 4 seconds, not a second less than that. Hold at the bottom position for a second, not on the floor, right above the floor, and come up fast, exhaling on the way up in a second and holding again. So slow down and fast up for first 5 counts, remaining 7 counts, normal repetition, same counts, exact same counts for the other leg also. Now guys, make sure you're attempting Bulgarian split squat only if you're familiar with the movement normal split squat, meaning you're gonna scale down this movement to a static lunge or a split squat with the same tempo, meaning no elevation in the back leg, as you can see the scale down here. Okay guys, moving on to the second movement, explosive hold squat. It's a variation of a normal squat. So starting with the setup guys, your stance should be slightly outside your hips. As you can see, my toes are pointing little out, so that when I squat down, even my knees should be pointing out in line with the toes. Now for this squat guys, there is gonna be 3 phases. So in the first phase, you have to squat down slowly. You can squat down, let's say in 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds, 2.5, 3 seconds. That's totally your choice. When you get to the bottommost position of this squat, which is not going to be a deep squat, it's going to be where your thighs are parallel to the floor. Now when you get to that point, that's where the second phase of this squat starts, the hold for 3 seconds, the isometric holds. After the 3-second hold, you're gonna take a lift off the floor, or you're gonna have a little explosion. You're gonna jump a little bit off the floor, get your knee straight and hip straight, extending your knee and hip. And as soon as you land back on the floor, you're gonna squat down very slowly according to your own pace. Get down to the bottommost point where thighs are parallel to the floor. Hold there for 3 seconds again, and keep on repeating this for 10 repetitions in total. Scale down for this movement for beginners is gonna be normal 10 repetition of squats, where you're gonna try to squat down slowly, hold for as long as you want, come up and exhale. Alright, third movement is gonna be 40 repetitions of calf raise. In the 40 repetitions, the first 10 repetition you'll try to do with one leg only. As you can see, you can take support with the other leg, you can place it on the floor, but try to shift your weight for the first 10 counts on one leg, next 10 counts on the other leg, and last 20 repetition with both the legs on the floor. Now guys, those 20 repetition, you have to do them with full control. Do not jump up and down like a spring. Do it with as much control as you can. For beginners, 30 repetitions only. For regular people, 40 repetitions, as you can see. Okay, moving on to the last movement for circuit number 1 is gonna be 40 seconds of beast hold plus quad rocker. So first 20 seconds is beast hold, next 20 seconds is quad rocker. So going for the setup now, I'll have my palms right under the shoulders and knees right under the hip. Now from there, I'm gonna raise my knees off the floor, just few inches off the floor, squeezing my core and squeezing my quads. I should be having a timer right in front of me to check the time. From the 21st second onwards, I'm gonna switch from beast hold to quad rockers. So in the movement quad rockers, you're gonna sit back on the calf, your knees are still off the floor. Now you're gonna throw and explode your body forward with a loud exhale. That's gonna be quad rockers, sitting back, going forward for the remaining 20 seconds. Okay guys, and entering the second circuit, hope your legs are just fit and fine. So for the second circuit, we'll be going with two movements, pulse squat and heel bridges. So guys, for pulse squat, you're gonna have the same leg stance for your normal squat. Now in this, what you're gonna do is, you do not have to stand all the way up, you do not have to sit all the way down to deep squat. You have to oscillate in between that range of motion. So you have to come up till a partial squat, not standing up, and you have to go down where your bottommost position is going to be thighs parallel to the floor and not a deep squat. So basically oscillating between these 2 points. That's going to be our first movement. Second movement is going to be heel hold bridges. So you're going to lie on the floor, drag your leg back, place your feet close to the hips, toes are in the air, squeeze your legs, squeeze your calf muscle. Now push your hips up, exhale and down. So the format is going to be 20 seconds on and 10 seconds off. So 8 rounds of 20 seconds total. First movement is going to be pulse squat, 10-second break, 20 seconds of heel bridges, 10-second break, and alternating both the movements, so on 4 times each. That's going to be our second workout and the last workout, finishing within 4 minutes. So guys, that was it for our leg day today. I hope all of you can experience the struggle when you're walking up and down the stairs. I hope there's a good pump in the legs. We're done with today's WOD. Make sure you've checked out the previous video for beginners cardio routine, which you can finish off in 4 minutes. If you have any person in your family who's aged or facing any overweight issues or is more into sedentary lifestyle and looking for an easy workout, make sure you have checked out the previous video on that. Until then, see you soon in the next video.